Good morning and welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. My name is Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie.
And there are now 5 shows left until the end of the year, including today.
Okay.
Including today, 5 shows left, which is kind of wild.
Yeah, it is.
We are creeping up, and I know this is happening to a lot of people because it's definitely happening to us, but it's that time of the year where you just start pushing everything to next year.
Yeah, except I said to someone, that's going to be a 2023 project, meaning next year.
Oh.
Because when I tell you, till this point of the year 2023, I still, every day before I type the date for the Morning Show podcast, have to go, what year is it? I keep thinking it's 2022.
I think 2024 is going to be the year where we all catch up on our timelines.
Because it's an even number.
I think so. And I think now we're removed. 2020 was the pandemic, right?
Yep. And 2020.
We've graduated from it, right? If the pandemic was our freshman year of this crazy time that we're in, 2024 will be the year that we graduate from it.
I sure hope so.
It's the only option.
It's a leapy.
It's a what? Oh, a leap year? The only problem with 2024 being the year that brings us back to sanity is that it is also an election year. And that's never a fun thing. Even if the person you like wins, no one enjoys an election year. There we go. That's a good one. We done? No one enjoys an election year. Even if your person wins.
No, I have better things to do than hear.
Every one of the shows you like watching on TV is ruined with some stupid political ad. With some stupid group yelling at you, telling you that you're a crappy American if you don't do this one thing.
Yeah.
It's just, no one likes it.
Yeah, I don't can we do a reboot on the presidential candidates?
We should be able to, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I think we should get to vote now if we want a reboot.
What would a reboot
anyone
include?
that is could be voted in 2024, you're exiled from the whole country.
Okay, so we scrap everybody. They're not even allowed to rerun.
No.
Okay, and what happens next?
We find new people. There's gotta be. You mean to tell me that there aren't better people than what we've been presented with in all facets of our political parties between Congress, Supreme Court, presidents, their vice presidents.
I think there are much better people.
Where are they?
They're making a lot of money on their own, and they want their privacy, and they want to be able to do dirty things without media people following them around. Yes, Carla Marie. By the way, you looked very concerned for a
Someone
second.
from Peru is calling me.
No, I think the people that would probably run this country the best, we don't even know them. Right? It's not an Elon Musk type of rich person. It's a person who is rich enough that they've just disappeared and they can manipulate everything. They pay all the politicians to do what they want to do, and then they dip and they just enjoy.
I don't even think they're doing that. I was just going to say this, Scotty. I think Taylor Swift would make an amazing president.
No, Taylor Swift would not make it.
Yeah, she'd bring the people together.
But I think the sane people who would run I don't know if there is a sane person who runs, right? Think about the 2 candidates that we most likely are going to see. Regardless of how you feel, I don't need to hear opinions in the chat about either one of them, Biden or Trump, right? Those are probably the 2 people that are going to be on the ballot in 2024, top of the ballot. When you're that old, why are you even doing this? Why do you want to? I'm not saying, right? Let's remove the discussion of whether or not you can or cannot be an effective president at that age. You're in your 70s and 80s. Why is that the way you want to live the final years of your life? Because let's be honest, those guys aren't seeing 90.
No.
So why do you want those to be the final years of your life where everyone, no matter what you do, hates you?
How old is President Carter? 98?
99, I think.
And think about how long he has not been president.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's not that much older than our current presidents.
It is bizarre. I am with you 100%. I've been saying this forever, and I joke about it, but it needs to be a thing. We need an age cap. If we are telling Americans that they can retire at 63 to 67, whatever it is now, they need to be done with all 8 years by that point, which means you need to run by 59 years old.
That's fine by me.
Done. Yeah. Goodbye.
I just can't imagine a scenario where that's the life you want to live.
No. And
right now, if you're either one of them and maybe there's like court cases you're trying to avoid, maybe you just run for president to avoid going to jail, I guess
smart.
But it's not like you're going to a bad jail if you're a president. It's not like you're going to jail at all if you're a president.
Honestly, I think I would rather go to a cushiony prison than be president.
A cushiony or a cushy?
Cushiony.
There's a lot of cushions. It's like an insane asylum. There's just padded walls everywhere.
Then be president. Although, I don't know. It might be kind of cool to be president.
It is interesting. Mr. Miami Cool said, if 35 is the youngest, then 70 should be the limit. It is interesting that we do have a young limit, right? An age limit. You can't run until you are 35 years old.
Right.
And I understand you don't want people running under 18 maybe, right? If you're not a legal adult.
You can't vote, you shouldn't be able to run.
But if we have a limit in one direction, we should maybe have a limit in the other direction.
It is kind of wild. Like, what about me this year made me able to be president?
Nothing.
Opposed to
you
last
specifically,
year.
nothing.
Yeah. But, like, I would much rather a 30-year-old run this country than what we got.
Was Kennedy was the youngest, or did Obama beat him?
I think.
In modern times. I'm not talking about, colonial period.
Polar Express.
Youngest president of the United States. Teddy Roosevelt, 42.
No way. JFK was 43?
Yeah, but
he was a young 43.
Roosevelt, though, was not elected president at 42. He took over after McKinley's assassination. So I believe the youngest to be elected would have been JFK, 1 year older.
43, though?
Yeah.
Like, when I look at him, I think I feel like he's younger than us, but maybe not. I don't know.
Who, JFK?
Yeah. It's weird when you start getting to the age of people that were kind of frozen in time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, because I'm going through that now. I don't know if I talked about this, how I did talk about the fact how my uncle passed away when he was 36. Yep. And I'm going to be 36 in March. And my whole life, my mom would talk about my uncle as if he was still alive. There are times where I could cry thinking about him, and I've never met the man because my family did such a good job at keeping his memory alive. Mm-hmm. However, when I look at photos of him, and this is part of we look back now, like something was clearly wrong.
Why?
Because he looks so much older than he actually was.
Okay.
But also when you look at yourself, I'm like, I look like I could still be his kid at that age. Mm-hmm. But it's crazy to see people who are frozen in time and then you get to their age.
Yeah, I had an uncle who passed. He was 33 years old, but his was a sudden thing. It was not a medical condition.
This was also sudden, but yeah.
But it was a medical condition. So it is weird when you reach that age of the adult in your life.
Yeah, yeah.
But and I knew my uncle. He helped raise me a little bit. He was the one who helped me study for the SATs, which I didn't really study, but he would try to force me to. He's someone I grew up looking up to.
Yeah.
So it's super weird when you hit that age. And I can't imagine for people who have maybe lost their parents at a young age or something, when you get to that age and you realize you probably held this person in such high esteem. Like they probably knew all the answers, right? They probably had everything figured out. Mm-hmm. And you get to that age and you go, no, they were playing the role that life made them play for me. Mm-hmm. Right? Like that's what parents are doing. We like to think that our parents growing up figured things out and they knew what they were doing, they're still figuring it out.
That's why you should never be president. Anyone.
No one should ever be president. Well, someone's got to do the job.
Have a computer do it.
Who?
A computer.
There will be an AI. I think we'll have an AI army before we have an AI president, which is scary.
Yes.
We don't want that.
Yeah. Age is bizarre. And I think about all the time how so I'm 35. My sister's 15 years older than me. So that's the easiest math to do, which means when I was 20, she was 35.
Yeah.
And that seemed so old to me. Mm-hmm. And I tell my nieces now who are actually 20 and I'm literally 15 years older than them. I'm like, I'm telling you guys, it's not that old.
It's not. Well, every age seems old until you get there and you realize that's the youngest you're ever going to be again. Right?
Stop.
Like you're never going to be this young ever again in your life.
Well,
it's crazy.
What you think?
That's it.
Go for my Botox.
But speaking of age, the weird thing about the different decades that you age in, and I think this is true for everybody, you don't have a larger spectrum of the way people look than you do in their 30s.
Yeah, it's fair.
Like you have some people in their 30s who look like they're still 22, and you have some people in their 30s who look like they're much older. It's wild when you look at your group of friends, and I don't know if
you know what the difference is.
Kids?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Oh, 100%.
No, I have friends who have kids who still look very young.
Yeah, but then you have it. I guess okay, maybe not just kids. It's how you parent them. I think too.
What do you mean?
Because I think the friends that you are talking about are really great co-parenting and. Sure, you're talking about Sean and Nicole.
I know a couple of them.
Because I don't know anybody else. I mean, I do know other people, but like they're the first.
Like my friend Hav still looks like he did when we graduated college.
I think it's also different when you compare it to like our parents' generation too, because of how our generation parents different, right? It's not just all on one person, but I think kids, it's just less sleep. Honestly, is the first thing. No matter what, no matter how good you are a parent, you have less sleep, less you time, and that's gonna suck the life out of you.
That's like there was a brief period when we were working in radio here in Seattle where they put us on at nights. And if you remember when we were put on at nights, Elvis's show came out here to launch The Bliss.
Okay.
And we all went out to dinner and baby Jake was with us. Has he made his announcement yet?
No.
Okay.
He's moving.
We know he's moving, yeah.
We know where he's going. But the world doesn't.
Anyway, so Jake came out here because at the time he was working for Elvis's show. He was doing all the video content. And now keep in mind, we had moved. We had moved for, at this point, 3 months, I believe, of doing, from the last time we did mornings, we were doing nights this whole time. God bless you.
It was 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks, I promise.
Was it? Well, I thought it was longer. Either way, God bless you. Oh, wow. I don't know if it was as loud to everyone else, but that was very, very loud. So,
that was a good one.
You good? Okay. So, baby Jake comes out here. We're not doing mornings anymore. And he looked at us. He goes, "You guys look so much younger." Yeah. And it was because that was the first time in weeks, at least, that we had really slept past 6 in the morning. Because even on the weekends, then you wake up originally when your body's used to waking up at 4:30. You wake up maybe at 6, and maybe you stay in bed, but it's not the same. It's not real sleep.
Not anymore now, man. I will sleep till 10 a.m.
Yeah. It's nice now. Yeah, Mr. Miami Cool. We definitely need those disinfectant cleaners in this place now. Got the booger queen.
I don't know. So, also lack of sleep does this to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was up all night itching. My body, I couldn't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most bizarre thing. It was raining like very loud, but normally that calms me.
Yeah,
but
that's
it was, like,
usually easier to sleep.
I don't know what was going on. This happened to me when I was in college, my freshman year of college. I don't know if I've told this story, but it's so fun. Not fun. I was so itchy in my dorm room because they would crank the heat. You can't adjust the heat when you live in a dorm.
Okay.
In most places, this is at University of Rhode Island. I was so itchy, and my friend Alex, who's also my roommate, also so itchy.
Okay.
But at that point, we think it's because our skin is like so dry. So we were loading up on like Gold Bond, like anything we could get that was like supposed to be really, really like moisturizing, because we felt like we were just, what is that commercial where you're like the snake or the crack in the ground?
Oh, probably Gold Bond. I don't know.
Whatever.
Is it Gold Bond?
Or Bonds. It got so bad that I had to go to the health center. And I was like, I'm so itchy. I haven't slept. I'm going insane. And they were just like, use some lotion. And that was it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what else are they going to tell you?
But every time it starts, I'm like, oh no. It's out. Like, I made you scratch my back last night. I was like, are there bugs in here is what I said. Do you remember me asking if there were bugs in the bed?
No, I do not.
Losing my mind.
Dana says that happened to her as well. There are nights where I can't sleep and I get itchy everywhere, and it makes it even harder to sleep.
And showering does not help.
Not just lotioning up.
It went away for a little bit.
I do want to talk about karma for a second. So I think it was last week we talked.
Song.
No, not the song. Great song though. I'm a fan of it, and the woman that sings it, the women that sing it now. Anyway, so I think we talked about this last week about buying how many things we've purchased on OfferUp, which is a service where anyone can buy anything from anyone basically.
Yeah.
You just put up stuff that you don't want anymore and people can buy it from you. And sometimes you can even there are even some like Etsy type creators that will sell things on services like OfferUp. But a lot of the equipment that we've used, from the 2 lights that we have here to one of the 2 cameras, or 3 of the cameras that we're using actually, I've purchased them all on OfferUp. It's been a great tool for us, and everything I get is at least 50% off from what the retail price would be. But they're just like any other platform. There are scammers out there. And last week we bought these 2 cameras.
Yeah, you talked about how I was a really bad person to call.
Oh, yeah. The Elgato cameras that we purchased. Plugged one of them in, and it just didn't work. And I tried everything. Plugged it into my laptop, plugged it into Carla Marie's laptop, used different cables, used different ports, waited, tried to reset it. Nothing.
And it came in in a perfectly conditioned box.
I was like, damn it. I got scammed. Finally got scammed. It finally happened to me. And sometimes, if you've ever purchased anything from a scammer, what you'll notice is once the transaction is made, that account disappears. But I went back to my OfferUp account, and it was still there. So I said, okay, let me see if I can message this person. Let me see if this works. And I messaged him. He was very responsive. We went back and forth. He sent me some links to problem-solving
Oh, wow. What a guy.
articles. And then a couple days went by, and I tried it again, and still nothing happened. I was able to get new cables from the company, and still nothing worked. So I messaged him yesterday. I said, hey, man, I've been trying for a couple days. I've literally tried every possible solution. Is there any way we could meet up and maybe you could give, I could return it essentially? Which normally on those platforms,
you can't.
If you have it delivered to you by mail,
you can.
You can, and that's because the company has facilitated that trade. So they can make the person, they can take the funds digitally from the person and give it back. But I didn't do that. I did this in person. So I'm waiting for 2 hours for an answer. Damn it, this guy's not. That's it. He's gone, and he doesn't owe me anything.
No.
Right? This is the deal we agreed on, kind of like buying at a garage sale. That's it. And then, bam, he responds. He says, yep, I'm off this weekend. Let's just figure out a time Friday or Saturday, and we'll make the exchange. Thank God.
Yeah, that is.
Because the last thing you want to do is feel like you're scammed.
Don't hold your breath. You don't know yet.
I don't know yet, but so far, so good. God bless you. Oh, just a nose blow. And I remembered this morning that man's response to me could have actually been karma. If you remember, Carla Marie, there was a router, a wireless router that we sold on OfferUp. And we sold it through the shipment process of OfferUp, where it's like the company kind of facilitates all of that. He waited a couple days before he tried it, which eliminates the grace period. Yeah. And turns out it wasn't the exact router he needed for his home internet service. Messaged me and said, hey, I know you don't owe me anything, but this is the deal. I'd love to send it back. I'll pay for shipping.
Right.
If you could just hit refund in the app.
I could never be like, nope.
I couldn't do it.
I thought about it because I could never.
I thought about it because I really didn't want that router in the house, and I liked having the money. But I think because I returned that router to that man, the good luck, universe, karma, whatever, moon crystals, they blessed me this week, and I get to return my item now, which was a couple bucks more expensive. The router I think we sold for $50. This camera I bought for $70.
All right, we're looking up.
So remember, do decent things for people. Right? I'm not trying to say I was a saint by taking a refund from this man, but do decent things for people, and maybe people will be decent for you.
Yeah, I can't be mean unless someone's being a dick, because I really believe in karma. Really, and I'm like, it's going to come back and get me.
Scotty is talking to you, Carla. He said, hey, CM, can I call in?
Yes, you can. Let me just make sure the Google Voice number is rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, Scotty messaged us yesterday that he has something to call about.
Okay.
I also used this number to sign up for car dealerships, so they're all texting. Hold on.
Yeah, I realized that. Why'd you do that to me?
Because I'm not giving them my actual phone number.
Yeah, but then don't give them because that's also my phone number, so I get those notifications. Jolly Russian Buddhist said, whether it's karma or not, it's always worthwhile to be decent. Very true. Why are these things coming up on the screen? For some reason, the featured chat isn't working. Yes. What's she doing over there?
Trying to see.
Girls and technology. Am I right?
I guess I can also just call him.
Do people still think that girls aren't good at tech? Oh, hold on.
No, we're not getting a new car. Our lease is up. All right, Scotty, I will call you. I think you're Scotty Pittsburgh, PA.
What you trying to do over there?
I can't make calls, apparently.
Why?
It's telling me that I have to link a phone number.
You could skip that.
Well, I just put my phone number.
Oh, boy.
Girls
This
and
is thrilling.
technology.
Girls and their technology, huh?
Let's try this now.
For the record, I don't actually think girls are bad at technology.
Mm-hmm.
So this is thrilling.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's not coming
No,
through.
wait. You don't have the Bluetooth on. I asked you earlier. It was on. No. Look, now the camera moved.
It's all right. It's following me.
You know what? Boys and technology.
I pressed the button. It's more like boys and listening to direction, I think would be
Nah.
what you're going for there.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either because it's not connected.
I connected it. Hold on. We're having issues. Don't speak.
Don't speak.
Okay.
I have issues all the time, so.
I'm only hearing him in one ear.
You should be coming through both.
Scotty, you should be able to speak
Cool.
now.
Yay! Oh, first of all, so good to see you guys, and happy early holidays, because I probably will be crazy traveling soon.
Happy holidays.
But I love the fact, number one, that you're still using OfferUp. I love the karma. And I just wanted to also kind of mention, because I know that Jen has been seeing them. I think Fred's been. I created something called Purge Timber.
Purge Timber.
And Purge Timber, or Purge Timber. I can't really pronounce things very well because I haven't had my coffee fully yet.
Okay.
Basically, every day of the month, I'm getting rid of that amount of items.
I love
to get
that.
rid of from my house.
So today is December 5th. What 5 items are you getting rid of today?
I already did the video, so I'm going to post it, and I don't remember because they're off the table. I'm trying to do it a day or two in advance because I know that's what the influencers do.
Oh, smart. So you
That's
got rid of 5 things on the 4th.
I got yes, but I'm being crazy because I'm also getting rid of multiples of things on the same day, so I could be burning my bridge. I have no idea. So I have 2 other plans for people for starting now.
Okay.
You can either start by doing purge event. So they want you to do 24 days of purging.
Ooh.
And if that's too much, they can do the 12 days of purgemas.
I like
12
12
days
days.
of
smaller
Purgemas.
scale.
I do love that.
I like that. So but then on the 12 days of Purgemas, do you
Mhm.
start with 12 and then go down to 1, or do you start with 1 and go to 12?
I think the song starts with 1, right?
On the
Yes.
first day, yeah.
On the
Yeah.
first day of Christmas.
Yeah, so instead
So
of
I guess
getting
I
all
would
those
start with
birds,
1.
you're donating things.
Okay. So
Yeah,
now,
and that way also when you get stuff, you don't have to worry about being like, oh my God, where am I going to put this? Or, oh shoot, like,
You just purge it.
you know?
Scotty,
Get rid
let
of
me
it.
ask you this. So you're doing everything because you're doing this on social media. So you're doing everything a day in advance, like a good influencer. What 6 items are you going to get rid of today for tomorrow's video?
Well, that would be a bad influencer if I told you what I was doing. So I'm going to have to tell you to hold tight.
Okay.
I'm creating a song for you, by the way, for your Monday show. So I'm going to try to figure out how to send you a soundbite when I figure that out. Since I know you're going to be alone, I want to make sure you have your own segment. So I'm going to try to work on that.
Damn.
So I have a song to play on Monday show because, yeah, like Scotty said, Carla Marie is going to be in Canada. So I might be doing this show solo.
Might be.
Now you'll have
I have
Scotty.
one more thing for you guys.
What?
One more thing for you guys. Why do you think I'm doing this?
Purging?
Because it's the end of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Yeah.
be purging A, if I got out of a relationship, B, to get ready for the new year, or C, to move.
Well, I'm not in a relationship.
Okay.
And I've only lived here for a few years, so I didn't accumulate all that much stuff. So 3.
Nice. Where are you moving to?
You guys finally caught up to Scotty in Pittsburgh, and guess what you're going to have to do now?
And where you go? Where Scotty
Yeah.
in?
Back in West Seattle?
Yep.
Did you say yes?
Yep.
Oh,
No
no
way.
way. That's awesome. That's
we'll have to
awesome.
have a party.
You're coming back? That's so exciting.
So-
When?
Coming back. The goal is sorry. You sneeze and I have throat stuff. I'm hoping to be there in mid-February because, as you all know, and everyone on this thing knows, 2023 has been my year of disaster. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be close to my sister. I'm going to be close to friends like you guys and all my EMHs, and just get myself recalibrated. So I'm going to give it 6 months. I'm going to hopefully rent out my house in PA, and I have some income coming in from that, and work a Joe job, Trader Joe's or Costco, and just get myself back into the swing.
That's awesome.
Maybe be a influencer like the Tones.
I
Maybe
love
we'll
that.
be Tone-fluencers.
By the way, Salt and Straw is like paying $27 an hour. I don't know what their winter rates are, but I've been thinking about going working there. So there you go.
Seriously.
Which place?
Salt and Straw, the ice cream place.
Oh God, I love ice cream, and and I can get you guys ice cream under the table. Be like,
Damn.
there you
Done
go.
and done.
Yes, hired.
He's going to be
Let's
our
do it.
ice cream plug.
This is so exciting, Scotty.
Yeah, congratulations, Scotty.
Thank you. I love you guys, and happy holiday season. And I love all of the EMHs. Woo!
Love you. You look
Bye.
great.
Yeah, you look great. Oh, I got it.
You look great. Bye.
That's awesome.
So cool. So we met Scotty when he would call into our show on Kiss. I
Power.
don't think it was Power.
It was Power because Scotty was at our Christmas
party.
events.
That's right. It was Power.
Yeah, he came to both. I think he came to both of the Christmas events that we did.
Yeah.
So
That is so wild.
that's awesome. It's got to be nice to go back to a place that you're familiar with. Like moving is exciting no matter what.
Yeah.
But when you move back to something that could be a more comfortable or familiar situation, it's got to be a lot of fun.
As John Bond says,
John Bon Jovi.
who says you can't go home?
I don't know how that song ends.
Who says
No.
you can't go home?
But does
It's
anyone
one
say
of
it?
those places. I don't know why. It's actually such a bizarre lyrically song.
But did someone tell him he couldn't go home?
I guess.
Or is that just like,
Like no one says it.
so then why do you write a song?
Like I think it's like, who says you can't go home? Nobody.
A lot of people in the chat are happy for Scotty. We
That's so
are
cool.
also very happy for Scotty. I am not happy that the featured chat isn't working, so I can't pull up anyone's tweets or whatever, not tweets,
You
messages.
rebooted it?
I did reboot it, but you know what? Sometimes
Boys and
things don't work,
technology.
and that is okay.
Boys and technology.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so
well, you know what? How about tomorrow or Thursday?
Okay,
You do all the technical
Cool.
things.
So because I'm doing all the promo
What promo?
for the show. So next Thursday,
Not this Thursday, next Thursday. Like the last day of the year.
14th.
Last day of the year for the show.
Yes. We have another giveaway. So yesterday we gave away Rolling Stones tickets. Kayla and Centralia won. By the way, Kayla, I have to mail you stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
You won a whole gift bag. I forgot to show
Do we know what's in there?
Yes. But you don't.
I
do.
don't.
That's for the office.
Oh my God, you got plastic tongs and spoons.
Forgot we put those in there.
Oh, that's a cool hat.
I know.
Damn, this is awesome.
It's a ring dish
A what?
with
A
the
ring dish?
Yeah, with the tongue on it.
Oh. This is like really good stuff. What
Okay.
is that? The Rolling Stones.
Just wait. This is actually super freaking cool. And as everyone knows how I feel about these things, but they're cool. This is cool.
Oh, is it? I think I know what it is now. I feel like you're about to break it.
No.
So it is a snow globe.
It's a snow globe with the tongue in it. Oh, I'll take that. And a Santa hat.
This ring dish is great, though.
So Kayla, who won the tickets yesterday, this was supposed to be with it. I forgot to talk about it.
Yeah, we brought it all the way over here
Yep.
and then
It was
just
just
forgot.
sat on the floor the whole show. So
I like that this is like actual band merch, not some branded, co-branded like BS.
okay,
you know?
well, don't say that because who knows what we have for the next giveaway.
I'm just saying, they
as far
did a
as
good
I
job.
know, what we're giving away next week is just tickets.
Okay.
So next
No
Thursday,
prize pack? Like this?
no fun prize pack.
Okay. The bag is also really cool.
Yeah, the bag is cool. I don't even know if Kayla's in here, but no, we're not bringing the office our garbage. They were serving tongs that we did not need, and we figured the office needed.
We don't serve anybody.
You do. Okay.
So next Thursday, we have another pair of tickets to give away, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Who are they?
Kenny Chesney tickets.
No Shoes Nation.
He's coming to Lumen Field next summer, and we have a pair of tickets to give away, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna just check the date.
If you've never been to a Kenny Chesney
Oh my God, it's so
concert,
awesome.
Even if you don't like country music, it is an experience. It's probably the most fun group of people you'll be around.
That's right. Lumen Field, July 13th, 2024.
I'm excited. Do we get to go as well, or do we just have to give away tickets and watch other people have fun?
We'll also be going.
Nice.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, so if you want to go see Kenny in Seattle, Lumen Field, shout out to Lumen Field for the tickets.
Down, that's the name of the tour, too.
Sun Goes Down tour?
No, Sun. Yeah.
Does that mean he's
I don't know.
retiring?
I thought about that. I don't think so. He's too jacked to retire.
I think I've talked about this before, and it's one of the reasons I've always respected Kenny Chesney. Back when Men's Health had actual articles, not just like 80 pages of watch ads and boner medicines. Kenny Chesney was the guy on the cover model. Is that what they call them these days? And he was getting ready for his summer tour. And I guess what he does is 2 years on, 1 year off or something like that for touring.
Well, he toured last summer, 2022.
Yeah.
He's been off 2023, and he's back again.
Okay. Or maybe he does 1 year on, 1 year off. Whatever it was. At the time he would take a year off and then tour for a very long time. And he was explaining the reason he was in Men's Health was because he was explaining that for the 4 months or so before he goes on tour, he trains essentially like an athlete. And his whole thing was, I'm going to be singing and performing and jumping around and traveling for 2 hours a night for the next year. And I need to make sure that before I launch into that my body is ready to do all of that, because I need to be in the best shape possible so I can do the best for my audience. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he works out while he's on tour as well, but it's much more difficult to do that with your travel schedule and whatnot. Right. So he makes sure that he does a lot of work leading up to it, and then he just rocks out every day.
Did he reveal his workout?
I'm sure there were parts of it that he put in there, but he's also probably working out with like a professional trainer and a strength coach and a dietitian and all that.
Because in the Swiftie world, we want answers.
About what?
Because that woman marches around the stage for 4 hours in high heels and never looks out of breath.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm sure that Taylor Swift also did a lot of work to get into
She's younger.
Shape. She's younger, but I think once you start that tour, because she is going for like 3 hours a night, right?
For 3 nights in a row. Or LA was like 7.
At some point, you're burning enough calories and you're working enough that you don't have to do anything during the show, but beforehand, yeah. We
want to know what was the workout, the meal plans, everything. Like, what does she do? Does she run? Does she lift weights? Like, what's going on?
I wonder what things they have to avoid. Like foods, dairy. Are there things that they try to avoid?
Dairy changes your vocal cords or your throat a lot.
But then you hear stories about guys like, I don't know, Axl Rose or Ozzy Osbourne, right?
They weren't actually like...
And they like essentially killed themselves every night and then came back and sang the next night. And Axl Rose has a great voice.
Yeah, but like cocaine will help with that.
Does it?
Yeah.
Do you know?
That's why I'm sneezing all the time.
Oh.
JK.
I do wonder, like, I'd love to talk to an artist's manager and try to talk to them and be like, all right, what do you try to limit your artist from eating or drinking or whatever?
Was it Selena Gomez that was like she would only eat sugar candy before a show recently?
I have no idea. It makes sense, though.
She only eats candy.
I mean, if you need that quick...
Oh, my God, I didn't even know Zach Brown Band was opening.
Oh, for Kenny?
What?
That's awesome. How'd you just find that out?
That can't be an opener. That's got to be like a... No, it's Kenny Chesney.
Last time he was here, it was Dan and Shay, then Old Dominion, and someone else. There was a fourth act on that.
Yeah, so it's Kenny Chesney, and then it's special guests Megan Maroney and Uncle Cracker.
Uncle Cracker? What? You don't say. I don't know who the first person was. Megan Maroney?
Yeah, but we just have to make sure we get into the stadium on time.
Yeah, it's hard because you want to get a little pregame in there. No Shoes Nation. Erica P said, I feel like Axl's voice got weird. Like it's very strained after all this time. Yeah. I mean, he's also much older. Probably does not strike me as someone who took very good care of himself. Unlike we saw,
because it wasn't cool to do then.
Well, no. Because remember when we saw Billy Idol? There was like an I Heart 80s event that we saw Billy Idol at.
And he took off his shirt.
Just absolutely jacked. Apparently keeps himself in phenomenal shape, and he's even older than Axel, I believe, or at least around the same age.
So
that man was 60 with abs.
That was bizarre. Selena Gomez, I swear it was her that said something about candy, but I
wouldn't be surprised because
it was something specific about like before going on stage or whatever. But DK Metcalf has admitted that he has one meal a day and eats straight up like sugar gummy candies the rest of the day.
Yeah, there was back in the day, Chado Chosenko, who I think was on with the Manning cast yesterday.
Yes.
There was a day where maybe it was ESPN, one of the sports stations was like following him for a whole day. And I guess he hit up McDonald's twice in the same day. And there were idiots at the time who were like, oh, well, see, Chado Chosenko eats McDonald's every day. There's no reason I can't. It's like, yeah, he's also under the training regimen of one of the best, of the top athletes in the entire world. Yeah. Maybe don't compare yourself to him in his diet if you're not going to compare yourself to him with his workout.
That's crazy.
Dude, sprinting for miles and miles and miles a game.
You did this as well.
What?
So Gabby said Aaron Rodgers said he has drank bone broth every day to help his Achilles recovery to avoid foods that cause inflammation.
Yep.
And you've been having the bone broth.
I do. Carlmer doesn't like the way the bone broth smells.
Because also you're doing it at like 7 a.m.
Okay. That's probably necessary.
I just got the thought of drinking.
No one's asking you to drink it.
It's not just chicken broth.
Do you not like you don't like
bone broth.
It's chicken. It's from chickens. Chicken broth. Anyway, chicken broth, there's a couple things that it's supposed to help you do. I like it because it actually, much like chicken soup, I feel like helps keep me from getting like cold type symptoms. But it also has a bunch of protein and collagen in there, which will help your joints. I always thought, anytime I heard of collagen, I'd think of hair and nails, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's why people take collagen powders and stuff. And then I was speaking to a physical therapist and nutritionist from High Def Physical Therapy here in Seattle.
Oh, yeah, you have those videos.
And she had asked me if I was taking any collagen supplements, and I had said no. And she mentioned that I guess your tendons and whatnot are also made of collagen. So it's not just for pretty hair and nails, but it's for those joints.
Achilles.
For all them joints. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers and I have basically been doing the same thing.
So it's a great question from Matt. Are you drinking it by itself, or mixing it in a recipe?
No, just drinking it. You heat it up and you drink it. I drink it like a tea. I like it a lot.
I don't recommend.
Big fan. You've never even drank it.
No, I had a sip once. A lot of people do. And you can buy it like frozen too. And it's like extra concentrated or something. I had it during COVID. My friend Lindsay was like, oh, this is apparently really good. It'll help you like be healthy and like immunized against COVID before there were vaccines, I guess. And I bought it and put it in my freezer and I was like, ain't happening. I don't think I ever did anything with it.
I enjoy it. And we get there's like a 6-pack of like boxed chicken broth.
But it's not chicken broth. Like
it's bone broth.
It's different than your collagen broth, if you will. What's the brand? Collagen. The brand of like chicken broth, like the most famous brand. Swanson's.
I don't know what you're saying at this point. Those are just random words that are coming out of your face. I've done it, but not for breakfast. I'll add it with my
omelet
in the morning.
So you're going to have chicken babies and chicken broth.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have a chicken, we'll have all the different parts in different ways.
I think 2024 is the year that I stop eating animals.
Chicken broth also, according to some research out there, I guess, it's a thing you can drink. Like, let's say you're doing intermittent fasting. You can have it while you're in your non-eating window and it doesn't break your fast.
Yeah.
Stop shaking. I enjoy it more in the evening because sometimes I like to have a hot drink at night, but I don't want a tea with any caffeine or anything, and you throw some chicken broth on there. Phenomenal.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
Pho?
Is it? No, pho is, what kind of broth is in pho? Beef?
You said pho.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. That'd be such a good name for a pho place.
I guarantee you it is. Because the pho places,
what do they have?
which if you're not familiar with what we're saying.
Pho you.
If you're not familiar with what we're saying, it's PHO.
Yeah.
On a lot of, is it Vietnamese?
Yes.
No, it's Vietnamese, right?
I believe so.
I think it's Vietnamese food.
Yeah.
So it looks like pho, but it's pronounced pho. And they'll have all the puns, like what the pho. I feel like that's a very common name for a pho restaurant.
Vietnamese.
Yeah, for a Vietnamese restaurant. I love it.
Haven't been able to have it ever since.
But yeah, I did an eating challenge while we were on the radio. We found there's a place here in Seattle that allegedly has the world's largest bowl of pho. It's like 3 gallons of broth, 3 pounds of noodles, and all the things that come with it. And it tastes so good. But when you have that much of something, and I really tried to finish that thing. I think we did a Facebook Live at the time.
Yeah, and then I found out there was like cow stomach in it.
Mm-hmm. Cow intestines, maybe?
Try something with a T, it's called.
I don't know. But I had it again when I went to Montreal in August.
I don't know that I could. Tripe. Thank you, Scott.
And I remembered how good it was. And I think now I can get back on the pho train.
You were so sick that you farted on the floor at our office.
I don't remember
And
that.
I was like, Anthony, you've never done that. That was the first time you ever tooted in front of me.
No, first time I've ever tooted ever. First and only. First and only. I have a very inactive bunghole.
So my niece actually posted a photo that she was eating it in Jersey. And I was like, man, I wish I could do it, but I can't.
I'm sure you could again. You didn't even have all the pho that I had.
It's just, I witnessed it, the smell of it, the studio smelled for days. Not that it was bad. It's just a smell you don't want to smell every day.
Yeah.
But she said she gets the veggie kind, so I might try it.
There's a veggie pho? I did not know that.
Yeah.
If you've never tried it, though, don't listen to Carla Marie.
No,
she's maybe overstating the impact of that one bowl of pho that she didn't eat.
3 pounds of it.
Yeah, eat it in moderation like a normal person. Yeah. And don't try to get Facebook
But
likes.
I can't believe the's pho in New Jersey. There wasn't like a single ramen place when we moved from New Jersey to here, and now New Jersey has all these ramen places.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just because growing up, like think about the time before Uber Eats or Grubhub or Seamless or any of those services that delivered food.
Yeah.
Like the places that you got delivery from were either pizza or Chinese.
Yeah, only. Nothing else existed.
I mean, those restaurants were available.
Where?
You just didn't normally think of them. But now that we have access to essentially every restaurant in every one of our neighborhoods, I think you get to see more of what's available around you. But think about that. When we grew up, if you were ordering food in pizza or Chinese, what else were you getting delivered?
Jim Dandy's.
The hell is Jim Dandy's?
Oh, Jim Dandy's.
What is it?
It's like I guess it would be considered like a barbecue place, but I would get chicken fingers and French fries. They also had ice cream, kind of like a Dairy Queen, but a local version.
And that was in North Arlington.
Yeah, there's one in Rutherford as well.
Yeah, did anyone in the chat, did anyone order anything before? Keep in mind, before the days of digital ordering.
Chinese and then like pizza / an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
Like the chicken parm.
Yeah, like I would get the chicken parm with vodka sauce from Brothers Pizza in Midland Park. That would be delivered to me in Ridgewood. I might have to order that again.
Like, and kids today, and I truly mean this when I say this, do they ever see their parents pick up the phone and call and place an order?
Yeah, no one does that anymore.
And I still won't do it. I make my mom do it when I'm home.
Yeah, it looks like Chinese and pizza only. Chinese and pizza only.
It's
That's
crazy.
what everyone in the chat's saying.
I mean, they held the monopoly together, I believe. Like it was I guess an oligopoly. Is that when there's more than one? What does that mean?
Miami had a lot of Latin restaurants that delivered prior to Uber. That's
that makes
good to
sense. What's an oligopoly?
An oligopoly? That's when the oligarchs of the business leaders essentially run everything.
Yeah, so the pizzas and the Chinese places.
They more, what would I say that they ran? Not a racket.
A deliver racket.
A delivery racket? Yeah, we had to call our orders in on the phone, says Meg32.
Scotty said, I'm too poor for delivery. I was too poor for delivery back in the day, but I still call for Chinese today because the prices are way cheaper than Uber and Grubhub charge them. Facts. Some restaurants still do phone delivery or order right through their website, the prices are like always cheaper than Uber.
But that means they have a delivery driver?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing you have to remember. When my dad started his restaurant in Ridgewood and then we opened one up in Jersey City, the hardest thing was not receiving all of the orders. The hardest thing was figuring out who was going to take the orders. There was one guy in Jersey City, and he very smart business model until the apps started connecting with drivers automatically. His thing was it was by like this food court area in Jersey City, and everyone had his number. All the restaurants there had his number, and he would just drive all day. If you had a delivery that came in, because the way it works is, for us at least at the time, it was connected to your printer or fax machine. And the second an order went through, like if you ordered in Jersey City, it would start printing in our restaurant. We'd see it. The company would then call to confirm that you got it. You'd have to give them the order number.
What company?
Grubhub or whoever, Seamless. And then you'd call this guy and say, hey, I've got this order. It'll be ready in 15 minutes, so get here whenever you can. And he'd show up, take the food, and go. Now it's much easier because everything is just done through apps. No one has to print or call or anything. But that was the hardest part, was figuring out who was going to take things. Now, some places, if you're pizza or Chinese, you had a full-time driver, or at least someone who came in during like normal delivery, high delivery hours. Like my friend Drew, he was a pizza delivery boy, because we were in high school, for a while. But there was an actual job.
I don't know what it was. I remember this distinctively growing up. And my family will still talk about it now, like when we go to order Chinese food. Whenever we ordered and it was raining, they would come on a bicycle. Only when it was raining.
Really?
And it was bizarre.
To make you feel worse.
To probably get a bigger tip. So smart. So smart. But yeah.
There was one more thing. Oh, the thing about delivery. And if you had a large family or even a loud family, and they asked you to call, it was the most embarrassing thing in the world, because as many times as you asked everybody, what do you want to eat? I'm going to call in 5 minutes. You'd get on the phone, you'd start ordering, and then you'd hear in the background, add a side of mozzarella sticks.
Mutts. Get the mutts.
Ugh. Make sure you get me hot and sour soup.
A liter of Coke. Because that's exactly what we need.
It's like, shut up. You had 10 minutes.
I can't wait.
Your window's over.
My mom and I are a tradition. Anytime I'm home for an extended period of time, not just like a quick trip, we order from our favorite Chinese place, and I cannot wait. Bergen Dragon, Lyndhurst, Ridge Road in New Jersey, the best. You get chicken and broccoli. You ask for extra sauce on it. No Chinese chicken and broccoli in the world is better than that place.
And the crazy thing about Chinese restaurants specifically is, I feel like when you go to your hometown, they're the things that are least likely to change. Or like, I can still go to Ridgewood, and Ridgewood's changed a lot.
They still have the same photos.
Same sign, same photos. Bamboo House in Ridgewood on Maple Ave. Exactly the same as when I moved to Ridgewood in like 1990. When did I move to Ridgewood? 4. It looks exactly the same. And they're probably not on any of the apps either. You probably still have to call them.
And they all have the long menus, the paper menus. I love it.
Yep. I do want to order, and I know that sometimes when I'm lazy here, I'll go to Panda Express, and people make fun of me because it's Panda Express. I do need to find, we have a couple good Chinese places around us. But they're like, they're real Chinese restaurants here. They're not like New Jersey Chinese restaurants.
It's different.
And I want to be very clear. The ones we have in Jersey are the inauthentic ones normally.
I guess we are, we talked about this, we're closer to China here, so it's probably more real
I think
here.
There's just,
and then as you get further to the East Coast.
I think there's just a much more well-established Asian culture in Seattle than there is in New Jersey. Obviously, there are Asian people of all different origins in New Jersey, but I think there are more of them here. Just like there are more Middle Eastern people in New Jersey and less of them here. You know, the balance, it's got to work out at some point.
I can't wait.
Panda Express is the Olive Garden of Chinese food. I don't disagree.
My Italian grandmother, who was first generation America, loved Olive Garden. Loved it.
Yeah, she was family.
Only when she was there, though.
Only when she was there. It's kind of like an actual family. When you ain't here,
fuck off.
Get out of here. When you're here, your family.
Okay. What else was I going to talk about today? Do you want to tell people about dicking around December?
Yeah. So first off, I think I had a pretty good no nonsense November. There was only one weekend where I had any alcohol, and it was when I was in Vegas with my dad. And even then, I had, for the 2 days I was there, maybe 6 beers. Like, not a ton. and I ate reasonably well while I was there. My water goal, I hit every single day except for Thanksgiving, believe it or not. And that's probably because I just wasn't keeping track. I was doing a lot of other things. And I did not have any soda throughout the entire month. I still haven't had any soda since we kicked this thing off. What else did I try? Did not binge any TV shows. I didn't even really watch. I watched live TV during the week for sports. That was it. No video games, sorry.
I said I was going to make my bed every day because I never make my bed in the morning.
You never. So you always make your bed.
I never make my bed in the morning.
Oh, okay.
I made my bed, I'd say every day except for like 3.
Not bad.
And I still am. I didn't today, but.
Not bad.
Yeah.
What else was on your list?
Water goal was good. Oh, like develop a meal, like an actual plan and like go into the day with like meal prepped. And I did that. I feel like I like lost so much bloat because I also didn't have sugar. We weren't eating out at all.
Yeah.
We did no food delivery, which we really haven't done actually more than November.
So much
more. We were talking about this yesterday. It was crazy. And if we do, we'll do pickup. But yeah, I really didn't like, I just tried to say no to anything that I knew was going to pull me off any kind of track.
That was the whole idea of No Nonsense November, is find something that you can pull from.
One thing I failed at was still not doing the sleep right.
Yeah, my sleep schedule didn't get any better, and that's my fault. Everything else was going well.
Yeah.
But, so now that No Nonsense November is over, now granted, yesterday was what, the 4th? It took me until the 4th to really like eat something that was unhealthy, or a lot of it.
Twice.
And I went to Pagliacci's Pizza twice, and I had a total of 5 slices of pizza yesterday.
It's a whole pizza.
No, I'm missing 1 at least. I think minimum it's 6, right?
It's 8.
Normally it's 8 for a large pie. Can it ever be 6? No, I think it's always
a small
8.
guy. And the little ones, aren't they?
Like a medium?
1, 2.
I think it's at
Yeah,
4,
it's
8, or
it's always 8.
if you're going really skinny slices, like back in the day at a pizza party when you were a kid.
No, because a personal can be 6, I think.
Whatever, not important. Anyway, I had 5 regular human-sized slices of pizza yesterday, and decided that December could be dicking around December if you want.
No, you said, what day did you say it to me? And you're like, do you want? Oh, because we got a Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yes.
We each got a Krispy Kreme donut.
1 donut. Which
I immediately regretted after because I wanted to die because that amount of sugar was probably more than I had all month.
Okay.
And then the next day, I went to Mighty O Donuts because it's a local donut shop. They have a special donut this month called the Snowball Donut. And it's like a powdered donut, but inside it's filled with like chocolate. And I went in there because I really wanted to try it because they do like special donuts all the time. And I went in and they were like, oh, sorry, we sold out today. I was like, okay, I'll get a French toast donut. So
you could have just walked out.
No, I could not have.
No, I think I've liked the habits that I've gotten myself into. And for me, one of the things I like about developing habits, like cutting out soda, for example, I'll try to keep that going as long as possible. And is there going to be a time where I have some pizza or popcorn and soda? Yeah. But I want to try new ones. I probably won't try anything in December just because my month is going to be all over the place. But in January, I'll pick another habit that I try to do. And maybe we could all do that together as well.
So fun.
Any other success stories from No Nonsense November? I want to see it in the chat. I know I asked earlier, and I don't know if anyone jumped in there. I don't think anyone said anything about it. I have Lenny's comment, Panda Express is the Olive Garden of Chinese food. And I'd like to be clear, I don't think Olive Garden is like good, or not, Panda Express is good Chinese food. I just like me some orange chicken and white rice and some beef and broccoli.
It's good.
It's good stuff. It's a good combo.
Now. Ooh, Annie Tay was successful at no soda. I love that.
Ooh, deadlift December, says Fred the Mailman. Do you want to try that, Carla Marie?
I am already.
What if you deadlifted every day in December?
Oh, my legs would die. Jen said that because I think I know one of the things on the list was to donate.
Yes. Oh, did that too.
And Jen said our donation for the United Veterans War Council is being picked up tomorrow. We have about 3 bags of stuff for donation.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it was to declutter, to get rid of some things. That was one of the things on our list.
Auntie Tay said, and they also did no online shopping. Other than like Black Friday shopping, where I did buy some things for myself, but they were cheaper, and I had gift cards, I was like, I'm not buying anything. And I really did. And it was good. I think I'm going to do that every day.
Yeah, I didn't really buy any kind of nonsense.
You bought games.
I bought one. I got a Nintendo DS, but the deal couldn't pass it up. It was $50 for an old DS. A 2DS, which is like very rare. Some people didn't even know about it.
So are you like gotta catch them all of games?
I think I want to get, in terms of collectibles, I'd like to get every Pokemon game, every authentic Pokemon game, and every Nintendo handheld console. And I'm pretty close to every Nintendo handheld console. I need the old school Game Boy, like the original.
Oh.
Which I had at some point in my life. The Game Boy Pocket. And then I think I have everything, or a version of everything. Because, like, they came out with the DS, the DSi, the DS Lite, the 3DS, the new 3DS.
You have a yellow Game Boy, right? Game Boy Color.
I have the clear one. I have the Atomic Purple Clear Game Boy Color. But I've got almost every version of the handheld. And for example, like the Switch, there are technically, I believe, 3 versions of the Switch. I have one of them. Okay. That counts.
When are we doing the stream with CM playing Pokemon? That's a year old at this point. And
I know, we got to do it.
never set it up, so.
But now that we have a new setup, a new streaming setup, it could happen.
So you're so close to hitting your goal of all the things. Are you going to put them in like a shelf?
I think.
Don't you still have to check for some at home? At your
yeah,
parents'?
I know I did check. I went through some boxes at home. We still have like a Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, things like that.
What?
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Why?
I have been telling you for months that I gotta find my Super Nintendo.
Yeah, you have to find yours.
Bring me yours.
I'm sorry. What? You never said. You never said. Do you have a Super Nintendo?
Yeah,
you said I need to know. You said I need to go home and check with my mom and see if we have our Super Nintendo. Why would I offer mine? You clearly weren't asking.
Are you gonna bring it or what? I
could.
need to play Wario's Woods.
Do you have Wario's Woods?
You're bringing Nintendo the Wii because I need to Rock Band.
I could do that. I think we still have the Wii. The thing that I had for the Wii that was actually pretty cool, they had a yoga board.
Oh, yeah.
And you could use that with Shaun White snowboarding.
That was cool.
And you could snowboard down the mountain. It was pretty cool. So maybe I'll grab all of it. Where are we going to put everything?
Lenny said that I promised a room of kids I was going to play Pokemon. They all picked the Snap game.
That's right.
I don't set that up. That's you.
That's easy. I can set that up tomorrow.
Can I do it from home?
We can do it from home, yeah. It'll make more sense, actually, if we do it from home. Because I can run it through my my laptop, and we got the big TV there. It'll be a better experience. So Pokemon Snap. All right. We'll do it. Let's see. Lisa said, guys, no lie, we had Chinese food for dinner on Friday, but now it's all I can think about. I might have to go to Panda Express today. Get some real authentic.
No, we'll go to the place that's under the Frequency Hair Salon.
What does Panda Express say? I know I've been in their stores, and it's like a specific
slogan
part of China, I believe, that they're supposed to represent.
Oh.
I could be getting that wrong. Or maybe they showed me like where different meals, like the map, where different meals are supposed to be from. Different food items are supposed to be from.
So,
because that's like saying Chinese food is like saying American food. Like there are a lot of different options you can get traveling around America, and China's that much bigger.
I'm getting Chinese food today.
All right, that's what
we're not getting it from Panda.
Why not?
Because we're not doing that.
Panda.
Their website says where you right before it says choose your meal type to start your order. Right before that it says we walk for you.
Yeah, that's a good slogan. Does anyone know what type of Lenny said I just call it food. Pork fried rice, also always good.
Oh my God.
We were always a shrimp fried rice family.
Oh, not for me.
And you know what's funny?
Pork fried rice.
Start realizing
they're from no, it is each food. Like this is from, I'm going to say it wrong, Sichuan. No, I don't think that's how you say it.
It's not?
Actually. I don't know.
I don't
Sichuan?
know. What?
Kidding.
Oh,
but
I thought it was Szechuan.
Yeah, but is that actually how you say it? Is what
I'm saying it, and okay.
That is the original orange chicken.
It's closer to you. Let me put it in the chat. Szechuan. Okay.
And that is a specific part.
Okay, yeah.
It is. That's the map you were referring to, I think.
So each dish is from.
But they only show that dish. They're not showing any other dishes. So I think that's their signature dish.
And what dish is that?
The original orange chicken.
Oh, I thought that was something we made here in America, like fortune cookies.
The original orange chicken is inspired by a well-known appetizer called Chenpi Nero. Help me. Tangerine peel beef, in which slices of boneless beef are marinated, deep fried, and then wok cooked with dried chilies, Szechuan pepper, and tangerine peel. Okay. We've substituted chicken for beef and introduced an element of sweet and sour alongside the citrus and chili nuts. So we did make it here.
Okay.
Oh, it does. Okay, you could swipe. So chicken teriyaki is from Hong Kong.
Okay.
Honey walnut shrimp, Hong Kong.
Never had that.
Broccoli beef, Hong Kong. Kung Pao chicken, Szechuan. I always thought Szechuan was just a sauce. So this is new for me. Beijing beef.
Beijing?
Yeah.
I'd hoped.
I lost it all. Something was from Guangdong.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking of. Lenny said General Tso. That is an American dish. That's not an actual.
Who is the general?
He may have been a real person.
We Googled this. I just had deja vu. Who is... We did this.
What do we got?
Who is it named after? So how on earth did this strange foreign concoction come to the recognized abroad in the culinary classic of Hunan? General Tso's chicken is named after Tso Tsung Tang, now usually translated as Zhu Zongtang, a formidable 19th century general who is said to have enjoyed eating it.
So, but he was a real person. Apparently. But no, if we made it in America, then how did he enjoy eating it there? I'm confused.
He was born in 1812 in Zhejiang County, Hunan Province, and died in 1885. After a glittering career, he led his military camp. Well, when did this guy eat the chicken? Maybe a version of it.
Maybe he just liked chicken, and they made a chicken.
It's made up? I just read a whole NPR article about it.
No, the dish itself is made up. I don't believe the person is made up.
But it says he enjoyed eating it.
Yeah, but that's the part I don't believe. Because if he was born in...
Someone Googles, what does TSO stand for in General Tso?
So they thought it was General TSO chicken?
It is believed that he enjoyed the sweet and savory combination that is a hallmark of this dish.
Kendi said, I thought orange chicken was completely made up, not true Chinese. It seems like it's more of a American take on an actual dish, like Americanized.
Wow, we learned so much today.
Mm-hmm.
Also, is Fred the mailman still in here?
I thought I just saw him in there. Why?
Because I can't really complain because I did have a package that was like, it was not telling me where it was. Like, it was kind of gone rogue and no one knew where it was. But it got delivered this morning at 6:55 a.m.
Yeah, that was wild.
When the unhinged USPS rang the doorbell. I was like, a cat got out. We're being murdered. Somebody crashed into the car.
I don't think murderers ring doorbells.
No, something, I don't know what, but you have to also keep in mind that 6:55 a.m. here is as dark as...
And it's been raining for 2 days and it's gross.
As dark as midnight is anywhere else, except for Alaska, I guess. And, well, it's dark there, but not in the summer. And I was like, I'm not answering the door right now. And then I looked out the window and I saw him up the street and I was like, oh, okay.
Speaking of deliveries, last thing before we get out of here. I need to know if I am within my rights to complain on the internet about something, or if I need to give them a little bit more leeway here. Okay?
You're going to complain on the internet?
Well, yeah. I'm not necessarily complaining. I kind of just want to ask a company a question on the internet. Okay?
Well, I wasn't done with my USPS.
Oh, what else is there?
Well, I was going to ask questions about who is this mail carrier delivering mail so early?
You think Fred knows who he is?
But he said it means that they were on a parcel run. So, like, their specific job is just deliveries then.
I thought all delivery people...
Sorry, it's just packages, right? Like, they're not the mail carrier. They're not the letter carrier.
Okay.
They're carrying the parcels. But also, what time do they start their day and when do they get to go home?
Those are all good questions.
Okay. Now continue. Are you a jerk?
So, I guess it was Cyber Monday, I said, you know what? I need to order better in-ear headphones because I've got the dime headphones from Skull Candy, which I like a lot, and I would suggest them to everyone, especially if you want a very cheap pair that you can just throw in your bag and they'll do the job. But they don't have like noise cancellation, and I've started realizing I need to block out some sounds in the gym because a lot of people are chatty Cathys, and it just drives me nuts. So There was a better pair that Skull Candy came out with. Normally they're $100, $99, something like that. And they were on sale for like 60. So I said, I'm going to treat myself. It's Cyber Monday. This is the only thing I'm buying for myself, right? Now keep in mind, I put that order in on Cyber Monday, and I got the confirmation that the order has been accepted. Since then, I've got nothing. No tracking, no estimated delivery date.
Have you ever ordered anything from the Carla and Maria Anthony Show, You Look Great store?
Different, because we are a small business and we're doing pre-orders.
If you order now, things do ship very quickly.
But normally we're doing pre-orders, right? I didn't pre-order. This thing's been
sure?
out. Yes, this thing's been out for a year or 6 months.
So Cyber Monday, it was a week ago. I mean,
but not even like hey, it's leaving the warehouse soon.
But maybe it hasn't, because like we're so trained in this Amazon brain, that things are supposed to ship before you even click buy, and it's actually insane to think that a company can process all of these orders and have them out already.
I don't think it's insane. I don't think if it's a big company, like Skull Candy is a big company. It's a multi-million-dollar company with large warehouses. They should be able to do that. I wouldn't be doing it if I was buying something from like an Etsy store or a small website that's screen printing shirts by hand.
So you do have a thing that says your order was confirmed?
Yes. I do have a number and an email from the company.
You sure you actually ordered from Skull Candy, or did you get
Skull Candy?
Was it Peter? He got you.
It wasn't Peter. Maybe he routed my headphones to him.
From?
Kenya. Peter from Kenya, the Kenyan prince.
I don't know. Are you going to email them or what?
I don't know. That's my question.
Can Anthony email them?
Am I still within a window where I have to give them some like leeway here?
Lenny said, I ordered some protein. 4 came with USPS right away. The 5th one is by DHL, and it hasn't moved in 10 days.
That's a good point, actually. The order that I did on Cyber Monday, the only other thing I bought for myself was a bunch of my supplements, like pre-workout, post-workout, protein, stuff like that, creatine. And that got there within a couple days. And I ordered way more stuff. Yes, Carly Marie.
Mr. Miami Cool said, here at Fanatics, we try to get it out to the time frame we set. Excuse me, you work at Fanatics?
It's a pretty cool job. They got a bunch of good stuff.
Fred said DHL is caca. Really, though.
Isn't DHL normally international, right?
When I see something's coming DHL, I'm like, see you next season. Wait, there was something else.
Who was it? Fanatics? Mr. Miami Cool?
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever want to send some cool Seton Hall stuff.
No. I was watching a Barstool Sports video, and the guy was wearing a Seton Hall shirt. Yeah.
What?
He was like older. It wasn't like, it was like a cool young kid, because people don't go there anymore.
No, there's the throwback Seton Hall stuff gets a lot of love.
It was just the stupid pirate on the t-shirt.
Which pirate?
The main one.
The one we use today.
Yeah, I think so. I was watching an episode of The Office.
This one?
But it was a black shirt with the colors of the pirate, not that.
That guy? Seton Hall takes on Baylor today. Big game.
I was watching The Office, and it's the episode where Michael comes in, he starts pitching, and it's like the open, and he's pitching this new sales thing that he's doing with another company. And Jim is like, but this sounds like a pyramid scheme. He's like, it's not. This guy hired me. I'm going to work, and then I'm going to hire you guys, and more people are going to work under me. And that's when Jim draws the pyramid on the thing. And then Michael's like, listen, that time I didn't get scammed. The Prince of Nigeria emailed me. What am I supposed to do? He is a prince. I have to help. And I was like, I feel seen right now.
That's you.
I got scammed by a Kenyan prince.
It is time for us to get out of here.
Oh my God, it's 9:15.
Yeah, we appreciate hanging out with you. We're going to go get some Chinese food.
Are they open?
Hopefully you do the same, whether it's Panda, whether it's Bamboo House, whatever you want to do.
If you live in North Arlington, go to or Lyndhurst, Burger and Dragon in New Jersey. They're probably open. But can people locally please send us their favorite right now? I know we did this when we were on the radio, and I still have the list saved.
Here's what I want to do. Type in your city right now, your city, your town, whatever, and your favorite Chinese place that you would suggest to a friend.
Yeah.
Since we're all friends here, put it in the chat. We'll give it a couple seconds. And even if we're off stream, the chat will continue to go.
These are far.
I'm telling you, I'm just doing Panda probably.
No.
Oh, we got Annapolis, Maryland in the house. We got Philly. We got Pittsburgh. You said Hunan was a place in China? Is that what you were reading before? I know that sounds real ignorant of me, but I do not know provinces and cities in China.
I don't think that's ignorant. Yes, it is a Chinese province.
So we had a Hunan Villa that we ordered from all the time, and now that makes sense.
Oh, it's so pretty. It's on the water. Look at that.
That does look. I do want to go to China, like badly. China and Japan, because we got to go to Taiwan.
I'm so hungry.
Which some people will debate is China.
Oh,
mainly.
I was like, we went.
Mainly the Chinese. But it was such an eye-opening experience, and it's such a beautiful place.
Yeah, it was cool.
And I want to go visit, like the rest of Southeast Asia. I want to go see China. I want to go see Japan.
I want to go to
South Korea. I'd love to go to.
Going to visit a country and going to the city is cool. It's like coming to Washington almost and going to Seattle and not going out to the coast.
Yeah.
Like I want to make sure when I go to places like that I go to the more rural. I hate that word. Rural.
Oh, saying the word. Yeah.
Other
rural
areas. So yeah. Ooh.
What about a brewery that's in your rural town?
Stop. It makes my throat hurt. Let's do a TMA Asia cruise. Okay. Well, there's a lot of... This is cool. I kind of want to save all these and do my own map.
You could. You could go back and watch this.
And just road trip Chinese food across America. That would be a great YouTube channel.
It would not be the worst road trip out there. That would be a very fun road trip.
I don't think we'd feel great.
I think you got to eat some. You got to make some adjustments. You can't eat the same thing every time. Maybe
no MSG.
Pick some light meal options at some point. Like, would I be able to do orange chicken
across the country?
Would I be able to do orange chicken every day? Probably not.
I would be.
But beef and broccoli,
bloated.
Beef and broccoli with a little bit of rice.
So much. So
I feel like that's fine every day.
It is not.
Why not?
Because when I have Chinese food, I wake up the next morning and I'm like this. Because my face.
Pufferfish?
Sodium. Yeah.
Do you eat pufferfish?
Next Thursday, Kenny Chesney will not be here, but we will have tickets to his show.
And you'll be able to see him in person. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. There is a new episode of the Morning Show podcast that is available wherever you get your shows. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be back here on Twitch on Thursday, and that will be our fourth to last.
Okay, so stop.
Later.